Good day, everyone. I'm Mr. Jeff B. Sagala, and I'm a student of DCOM 370. I'll be presenting the first part of this module, CSR Communication, an Emerging Field. For this part, I will be articulating the meaning of CSR communication, while Mr. Gonzalez will be presenting the challenges faced by corporate communication teams in communicating CSR. According to Turkel and Akan, CSR communication is a process of anticipating stakeholders' expectations, articulation of CSR policy, and managing different organization communication tools designed to provide true and transparent information about a company's or a brand's integration of business operations, social and environmental concerns, and interactions with stakeholders. To illustrate, look at how Shell interacts with its stakeholders by communicating the different environmental and social challenges and positioning themselves on how to combat these issues. CSR initiatives are likely to evoke strong and often positive reactions among stakeholders. Research has even pointed to the potential business benefits of the internal and external communication of CSR efforts. However, corporate CSR messages have also proven to attract critical attention. With this, companies worry about sounding inauthentic, self-conscious, or they aren't doing enough. Ultimately, companies fear public backlash and greenwashing label. As a result, their corporate messaging conveys either too much, too little, or nothing at all about its social impact and environmental initiatives. According to Porter and Kramer, CSR communication needs to focus on communication initiatives whereby corporations achieve commercial success in ways that honor ethical values and respect people, communities, and the natural environment. So, how do companies communicate their CSR initiatives? To better understand this, we need to review the stakeholder theory. As a review, as discussed by Johnson, stakeholder theory is a concept that emphasizes the interrelationships between a business and its various stakeholders. Noting that CSR primarily involves stakeholders, Morsing and Schultz identified three CSR communication strategies companies use to engage in CSR communication and vis-a-vis its stakeholders. First, the stakeholder information strategy, the stakeholder response strategy, and lastly, stakeholder involvement strategy. In stakeholder information strategy, communication is always one way, from the organizations to its stakeholders. This strategy has the purpose of disseminating information without necessarily persuading its audience to act. Companies usually utilize traditional and digital media to communicate their CSR initiatives to their stakeholders. In stakeholder response strategy, communication is one-sided in favor of the company. The company will engage its stakeholders by conducting market surveys or polls, getting their feedback, and finding out what the public will accept and tolerate. This is an evaluative mode that may influence the decision makers, but still up to the decision of the senior managers. In stakeholder involvement strategy, communication assumes dialogue with its stakeholders. This strategy allows the stakeholders and the company to be influenced by each other. Stakeholders co-construct corporate CSR efforts as they involve, participate, and suggest corporate actions. In conclusion, CSR communication is essential for the company to better inform, engage, and involve its stakeholders in their social and environmental initiatives. Now, to kick off our discussion, here are some guide questions. Among the three CSR stakeholder communication strategies, which do you think is predominantly used by companies? Please cite a CSR communication to support your answer. Second, as discussed, CSR communication can attract critical attention from its stakeholders when not done strategically. With this, can you share a CSR communication that caused a negative implication to its company? Here are the following references that I used in our virtual discussion. Thank you and goodbye.